We can help ensure high school activities are indeed the other half of education. And now for our starters. For the Nickerson Panthers, number 5, a senior, Austin England. Number 12, a junior, Thomas Powell. Number 15, a senior, Cameron Crandall. Number 21, a senior, Braden Stewart. Number 22, a junior, Trevor Frederick. Number 33, a sophomore, Hunter Jones. Number 43, a junior, Josh Salazar. Number 45, a sophomore, Chandler Eaton. Number 58, a junior, Hunter Brunson. Number 70, a senior, Hayden Scott. And number 73, a junior, Colby Schraub. Those are your defensive starters for the Panthers. They are coached by Mike Vernon, assisted by Mike Nugent, Sean Buford, Jeff Penner, Garrett Brissett, and Dalton Newts. For the Vikings, your starters on offense, number 5, a junior, Kyle Anderson. Number 15, a junior, Brett Heisman. Number 19, a junior, Zion Thomas. Number 34, a senior, Rob Schraub. Number 44, a junior, Riley Odell. Number 51, a senior, Beth Elliott. Number 55, a senior, Skylar DeMont. Number 63, a sophomore, Ethan Wampler. Number 64, a senior, Alex Goodwin. Number 65, a senior, Alan Wampler. And number 83, a junior, Jacob Adams. The Vikings are coached by Tim Lambert, assisted by James Henderson, Chris McClure, Ben Elliott, Alan Meyer, and Chuck Peters. Officials for tonight's game are Perry Wharton, Russ McDermott, Mark George, John Robinson, and Mike Brown. Don't forget to hit up the tailgate, being sponsored by Aftercom. They're serving chicken and noodles. Concessions is being sponsored by the Viking Tour, and we will have halftime entertainment by the Wildfires. Thanks to our chain crew, they are Doug Malm, Jared Heitschmidt, Larry Vanderweg, and Brenton Anderson.
To Anderson Stadium, Lindstrom Brothers Field, here on the campus of Bethany College, and it's a busy campus at Bethany College. There was a quarterfinal round of women's soccer here before we got started. Bethany lost that game by 1-0 score. Going on as we speak, or just getting ready to tip off as we speak, there's a Bethany College men's basketball team game going on at Hahn Gymnasium, and now our game here tonight too. And then the Bethany men's soccer has a game tomorrow, as well as Bethany College football team has a home game tomorrow. It's a lot of activity, and it's just one of those things that kind of gets the hair to stand up on the back of your neck, Daryl. It's an exciting time of the year.
Oh, it's never a dull moment. It's good that there's something to go and see every night, it seems like.
Of course, Smoky Valley coming out with their orange tops and black helmets, black pants, are getting ready to burst through their little cheer section. I don't know what you call that, just a crepe paper that they're getting ready to bust out and come onto the field, and there they go as they carry the stick, the wood. Somebody bringing that, Brett Savage bringing that out for the Vikings tonight. But the Vikings, they're led by Kyle Anderson, of course, with his 1,195 yards of rushing. Riley Odell with 758 yards of rushing. And you can't forget about Brett Heichman has been doing a very good job of calling his own number, and he's been doing a great job. So how the Vikings and how well the Vikings have been running the ball as of late.
Yeah, we got to get that offensive line to really get out and start blocking, getting some holes for Anderson and Odell. Then come out and get really tough on defense, get stingy, don't let them get anywhere. Nickerson is bringing back 23 returning lettermen. The Vikings only have 16, but only 7 are offensive starters for Nickerson. 5 are on defense. Smoky Valley's got 10 and 10 as far as starters.
Offense and defense. We'll take a break for the national anthem and be back right after this.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Salina Regional Orthopedic Clinic. Comprehensive orthopedic care. All you need to keep moving forward. At odcnck.com and the Rollander Agency.
To Anderson Stadium, Lindstrom Brothers Field. Don Binkson along with Daryl Johnson. We got Jared Bass working the controls for us once again. And it's time for
Tanner Schrag, number 6, or Schrog, number 16, 6'3", 175 pounds. Running back 3, Austin O'Toole, a senior. Running back number 23, Tristan Isley, is a junior. Number 25, Peyton Coons, is a running back. It's a junior. Brandon Stewart, number 21, is a senior and end, and the other end is 22, Trevor Frederick, a junior. Number 52 is a center for the Panthers, Chance running. Garth Henke, 54, 202-pound senior. At right tackle is Cameron Stewart, number 67.
of the Nickerson Panthers, Bethany alum Mike Jr., 5'11", 200. When they go to their wide receiver, Ross Schrog will be at number 34. And then they all do a lot of good things for our running backs. Number 51, Beck Elliott, a senior, 6'2", 185. Number 55, Skylar DeMott, senior, 6'2", 245. Number 63, Ethan Wampler, a sophomore. 4, Alex Goodwin, a senior, 6'1", 240, 6'2", 195. And the tight end will be number 83, Jacob Adams, a senior, 186.2. Tim Bethany lost, and Chris on the coin toss.
Well, the Vikings won the toss, but they deferred, so Nickerson is going to be on the north end of the field heading south.
And that will be actually absolutely no wind tonight. The flag is hanging down just as limp as it can be. It's just kind of wrapped around the post down there on the end zone. Nickerson Panthers in their white road uniforms, blue helmets, blue pants, and blue lettering trimmed in gold. Number 3 and number 20, as soon as he turns around a little bit, number 3 will be one of the return guys, and I think it'll be Coons, number 25 is my guess, but we'll see what he... 21. That is Stewart, Brandon Stewart, are the two deep guys. Kuntz, the one I talked about, is up about the 25-yard line, along with number 12, Powell. Kicking off for the Vikings will be Skylar. Black pants, black lettering, trimmed in white there on the field. Skylar DeMott puts the ball down at the 40-yard line on the far hash mark, and we are...
Oh, I'm ready for some doubles coming out of the Vikings.
We certainly hope so.
Still crowd coming in. There's a few left to fill in, but the stands are full for this game.
Great crowd. No, Vikings are kicking from south to north. Skylar DeMont very capable of kicking this out of the end zone. We'll see how he elects to kick it off. And we're ready for action. And Jordan kick is going to be fielded about the 7-yard line by O'Toole. Comes up to the middle now, crosses back toward their sideline. Great tackle on the special teams by number 39. Awesome job by Brandon Weber making that tackle. And the ball is just across the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Nickerson Panthers. Get my tally book up here, and Nickerson will start at the 20. Schrog will go under center. They do that flex bone, the same thing that Clay Center ran with the back over each tackle. Here comes the fullback right up the middle, and he's going to be stopped for a gain of 2, maybe 3 on the play. Coons will get the call, and he'll get up. They're going to give him about 3 yards on that 2nd down. And Clay Center, they faked that play, and the quarterback hung on to it and took it for 84 yards on the first play, so he at least stopped that play. That's a good thing for the Vikings. 2nd down and 7. Just 30 seconds into the game. Vikings won the toss and deferred. The starting corners for the Vikings. And coming on, the linebackers are Hebel, Anderson, and Odell. The down linemen are Elliott and Jacob Adams and Skylar DeMont and Ethan Wampler. That is how the defense sets up tonight. Alan Wampler is not at safety. It's Lane Schrog and Zach Abel. So gain of 3 on that brings up 3rd down and 4 for Nickerson. First possession of the game. They send a wide out to the far side. Forsberg has him one-on-one. So no tight end in this set. Schrog under center. He goes very deep under center, and he's rolling in the backfield. He gets bumped, and it's a completion in the flat. Good for 1st down yardage and more. Still on his feet, though he steps out of bounds right at midfield. So Schrog under pressure gets rid of the ball. And the completion to number 23, I believe, for about 17, 18 yards. Got up to the 49, just short of midfield is where he stepped out of bounds. So 1st down Nickerson. They get a 1st down on 3rd and long. Wide receiver to the near side this time in this set. Still that same flex bone play. Schrog pitches it out, fumbles on the balls on the ground, and he picks it up and goes down with it, does number 23 on the play, Isley. So Isley fumbles the pitch, and it's a loss of about 5 on the play back to the 44-yard line. So a loss of 5, 2nd down and 15. Isley was lucky to fall on that one. That's always a danger when you fumble the ball. How is it going to take a funny bounce? So 2nd down and long. Receiver wide to the far side for Nickerson. Lambert has him in single coverage. Oh, there's going to be an offsides on the Vikings. They're going to stop the play because the contact was made. Hebel, anticipating the count, went too early. They're going to get that 5 yards back that they lost on the fumble. I'm assuming that it's going to be on us. We'll see. They're talking. The white hat is Perry Warden, a friend of mine. We've had their crew an earlier game this year, but I don't remember which one it was. They're going to still discussing, so long discussion here. Also, if you're listening and want to listen and watch, you can pick us up at live.smokyvalley.org. Mike Rose and Jenica doing a good job of bringing that broadcast to you. So they do step off 5 yards against the Vikings. That's live.smokyvalley.org. Schrog hands it off to Coons up the middle. He gets about 5 more yards. So it's going to be 3rd and 5 from the Viking territory 46-yard line. So Coons just running that one straight up. He is their leading ball ground gainer. Conrad Peterson now coming in for Jacob Adams at defensive end. Wide receiver for Nickerson. They've gone the same formation every time. Schrog under center now, man in motion. 2 men in motion. They can't do that. Out there they got the flag. And they're going to hold so they don't give up the full spotted. It got across the 45 down to the 44. So it's going to be 4th and 3. Or are they going to take it back and move them back to 3rd and 10. My guess is they'll move them back because you never know. Coach Vernon may go for it on 4th down, so they're going to back him up 5 yards and make sure he doesn't go for it they're going to hold him. So they're going to take the 5 yards back to across midfield to the 49. I thought there's been motion like that before, but this is the first time they've called the penalty. When they put one of the backs in motion from one of those flankers, the other guys can't move until the ball is snapped, and it's been a lot of motion back there from Nickerson. Wide receiver to this side, still the same formation, flex bone. Schrog under center. Man in motion again. Now he's rolling back to pass under pressure. There's a hold. Now he's going to get sacked. Beck Elliott gets credit for the sack, but Hebel and Ethan Wampler and caught a play. Man, that was a great play. They were pressuring him from the get-go. So Schrog is sacked, a loss of about 7 or 8 yards.
That was 12.
So a 12-yard loss on the play. The punter is in to kick the ball away. Where's number 45? Got to put all these numbers down. The kicker. Deep for the Vikings. Zach Abel about the 30-yard line. It's a good snap. Kick coming, spiraling high. Kick. Abel's going to take it. Going to away from a couple runners. He's out in the open. He's at midfield. One person to beat. 45, 40, and down to about the 38-yard line. Zach Abel with a great run back. He got through the first 3 tacklers right there around him. Somehow he snuck through that and picked it up about the 31-yard line and took it down to the 39 of Nickerson. So a great emotional boost for the Vikings. And the Vikings are set up in Nickerson territory. True receivers to the far side. Anderson to the far side. Heitschmidt in shotgun formation. I told Coach Lambert, I said, pass on 1st down. Looks like he's going to. No, he's going to run it right up the middle with Riley Odell. Gave him the look of a pass and then ran it for about 2 yards is all. So it's 2nd down and 8. So I almost got my wish, Daryl. I've been talking to him. Every week I do the interview. It's, Coach, they're not going to expect you to pass on 1st down. Pass the ball, and he lines up in shotgun formation, but doesn't pass it. Now power I formation with Odell and Anderson behind Heitschmidt. Turn and hands it off to Kyle Anderson. Kyle's got some running room. He's across the 35 down to about the 33, 34. See where they spot it. It'll be a pickup of about 4. Where the spot is, it's going to be the 33-yard line, so it's going to be 3rd and 4 for the Vikings. In the backfield, the wide receivers are Lambert and Forsberg. And now we got Schrog in there as well, so Forsberg lines up as the tight end. Still I formation behind Heitschmidt with Odell and Anderson. Should have 30 down to the 28-yard line. They needed about the 29.5. So Brett carries it, gets the Vikings a 1st. Heitschmidt under center, wide receiver Lambert and Schrog each way. Here comes Odell powering it up the middle, and Odell's going to get across the 25 down to the 24-yard line. He'll pick up about 4 yards on that play. Savage now trades somebody off on the offensive line. Beck Elliott coming out for a break. Coaches are good about substituting those offensive linemen. Give everybody a break now and then. Schrog wide to the far side, Lambert to the near side. Heitschmidt still under center and went to the shotgun on the first play and had in, and he doesn't get very far. He fumbles the ball after he goes down. But he just gets back to the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 3rd and a long 5, closer to 6 at the 5:35 mark. No possession for the Vikings. And got thrown for a couple of losses and a couple of penalties and had to punt the ball away. Vikings got a great return from Zach Abel. Got an initial 1st down, and now they're faced with a 3rd and long. Still I formation for Heitschmidt. He's going to look back to the pass, looking across the middle, and caught. Yes, great catch by Zach Abel, going up high with a defender on him. Gets down to the about 12-yard line. Absolutely great pass, absolutely great catch. 3rd down and long. Go to the air and complete the pass. Under pressure. from the Heitschmidt wasn't under pressure. Pressure was coming from the corner, who was right there with Zach Abel, but Zach Abel brings it in for the first down. Here comes Kyle Anderson tripping up and getting across the 10 down to about the 8-yard line. He'll get 3, maybe 4, see where they spot the ball. We're going to spot it for a 4-yard gain. 2nd down and 6 for Smoky Valley. The Vikings are clicking on all cylinders here. Nickerson with their 3 losses got beat handily by Hoisington, got beat pretty well by Pratt, and then just a 2-point defeat. Here's a handoff to Odell, powering it up the middle. He'll get across the 5 down to the 4-yard line. Now he'll pick up another 4 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 2. So obviously the Vikings are in 4-down territory here, but they've picked up 2 4-yard gains on the first 2 downs. Dalton Klein and Court Elliott come into the huddle now. That means they'll probably go wishbone formation. And they do. Coming out of the wishbone formation, Court Elliott replaces Kai Shugren. And Dalton Klein, the tight end, double tight, wishbone formation. Turn and hand it off to Kyle Anderson. Kyle Anderson piles into the end zone, touchdown. Not only did they get a first down, they got a touchdown, and the Vikings break on top at the 3:28 mark. Driving it from the short field 39-yard line, so it's only a 21-yard drive, or 39-yard drive. But the Vikings, DeMont, but they are going to take it in with the 2-point conversion. Here comes Kyle Anderson again, and he's in for 2. Kyle Anderson gets the 4-yard touchdown run, and Kyle Anderson gets the 3-yard 2-point conversion, and the Vikings are on top at the 3:28 mark, 8-0. Back right after this.
This Rocking M Media production is brought to you in part by the Bank of Tuscan. Generations of confidence, relationships for life. Member FDIC. Go Vikings and go Swedes. The Swedish Country Inn. Best of luck to the Smoky Valley Vikings and Bethany Swedes. Need overnight lodging? Visit SwedishCountryInn.com. The Old Stuga. Celebrating 39 years in business this November. Visit them in downtown Lensborg. Go Swedes and go Vikings. And Bethany Home and Assisted Living. Celebrating life's journey together in God's love.
Welcome back to Anderson Stadium, Lindstrom Brothers Field. How they excite a home crowd is by taking the opening drive after a great return by Zach Abel, sets him up in great field position, a 39-yard drive in 9 play, 39-yard drive to take an 8-0 lead and a 2-point conversion. And well, you don't want to get overconfident, but that was a great drive by the Vikings.
Oh, and the offensive line is doing what they need to do tonight. They are getting some holes for the runners.
The kick going to be taken by the other return man. He lets it bounce a couple of times. 20, 25, and not quite to the 3-yard line. That was number 2. So Stewart takes it up. Nickerson Panthers will start at the 2 drive. So Nickerson starts on the 24.
They need to get that defense going again. Stop them and make them punt.
And Frog handing off to across yards, like a 7 or 8 yard run here. So Schrog and Anderson on the tackle. 2nd down. They're going to give him 9 yards on that. 2nd down out there. Jackson, lone receiver to the far side. Now 2 guys in motion. 1st down. The Ben Elliott is from the wing position in motion, and so player right now it's a timeout for injury.
Yeah, he just laid down.
Yeah, he laid down about the 25-yard line. So right now we have a little bit of a stoppage of play to see if their starting quarterback is going to be able to continue. They'll obviously need to get a different quarterback in there. Vikings on top 8-0. And they're still working on Schrog over there on the sideline.
Well, the only other quarterback listed in the program as far as by position is number 2, Trey Garcia, as a freshman.
Well, 12 is listed. Number 12 is also listed as a quarterback.
Oh, yep, didn't see that.
I want to thank our sponsors helping with this, our portion of the broadcast: Art Shirt, Harry Malary, Aflac, Viking Auto, Mari and Daryl Loader, Smoky Valley Chiropractic, Scott's, Lindsberg Family Dental, Phoenix Restoration, Gallant Tire and Auto, and Dower Welding, helping us with our portion of the broadcast to help offset our travel expenses and everything that we have to do to get ready for all these ball games. And quick shout out to my son Brad and Jessica, and giving us another grandchild. Landry Ann Binkson was born yesterday. Daryl, that's pretty exciting.
Oh, yes. It's
well, I don't know about it. It'll be interesting. There's somebody over there. It is number 2. We hope you're doing well and Mom is doing well, and hopefully everybody will get home from the hospital tomorrow and get to start their family life with 2 boys and a girl. Carter and Roy are joined by Landry, so that'll be fun for our family to have that. Oh, Schrog off on his own power on the side, but that'll be a change in quarterbacks now, as number 12, Thomas, is that what? Thomas Powell. Powell's a quarterback. Powell, center. And obviously most teams practice with both with 2 quarterbacks in case that happens. There's a handoff up the middle. Now this time they got illegal motion, so they'll stop that play. False. Anytime you have back in, so Powell had 1 snap and it was a 5-yard loss on the play. So Coach Vernon saying, I'm not having any more of that. If you're well enough to play, get back in there, my son. Change in linebacker for the Vikings, too. Dalton Klein in now as a linebacker replacing Hebel. Here comes a run up the middle by the fullback Coons, and he's stopped for a short gain on the play, maybe 2. So second down and 13 now for the Nickerson Panthers. We're under 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Vikings on top 8-0. Vikings put a 9-play drive together, a short field drive, after Zach Abel got a great return on the punt from the 31-yard line of the Vikings to the 39 of Nickerson. And from there, the Vikings took it in 9 plays and got the score to break on top 8-0. In motion to the near side, quarterback dropping back to pass, looking down the middle. He's going to be under pressure again. Great play again, Beck Elliott. Beck Elliott gets there once again, and the quarterback at the 25-yard line. Vernon wants a timeout. We'll step aside as well. 1:15 left to go. First quarter, Vikings on top. Second.
Located at 101 North Main, this upscale, one-of-a-kind establishment offers a wide variety of drink and food specials. Come try their jalapeno poppers, coconut chicken tenders, or their classic Monte Cristo. Then wash it in Farley's, your game day Bethany Swedes.
Anderson has a Bethany College, or this afternoon, the Bethany out of the first round quarterfinal. We were hoping they could win, but they weren't able to. Here the Vikings have Nickerson third and about 20. Schrog back to pass, down the middle looking. He throws it out in the flat and in and out of the hands of the receiver, number 23, Isley. And Isley unable to pull it in, and the Vikings get a 3 and out for Nickerson, and that's just exactly what the doctor ordered. Get the ball back after you score. Get your offense back on the field. Zach Abel had a great return last time, so it'll be interesting to see. Kind of been away from China, well worth it. High end over end kick. We're calling for a third line. And here comes a flag down. There's a little extracurricular activity going. Nickerson team is. Officials are meeting there about the 42-yard line, close to the flag, to see what the flag is about. Vikings look like they're backing up, so it looks like it must be on the Vikings. Personal foul face mask on Nickerson. Wow. Well, sometimes, you know, when you celebrate, you think you got the penalty on the other guy, and then you get it back on them. So the end of the play is a 45-yard line, so they'll move it 15 yards. They'll move it back into Nickerson territory. It'll go all the way to the 40-yard line. Personal foul face mask on Nickerson, 40-yard line. So last time they started to the far side is Heitschmidt under center, turn and hand it off. No, he's going to keep it himself. He ain't going nowhere. He get maybe a yard and a half. Tackle on that play by number 22, Frederick. Great tackle, great form tackle, because he just met Brett at the line of scrimmage and wrapped up his legs, and Brett was able to fall forward and get 1 yard, so it's 2nd down and 9. At that time, it didn't work so good for Mr. Heitschmidt. And saying how good that weapon has been, but it just didn't make it work tonight on that play. Abel wide to the near side. I formation behind Heitschmidt. Leading 8-0. Here goes Heitschmidt out on the flat, rolling out on the flat, looking downfield to Jacob Adams and overthrows him just over his outstretched arms. And Heitschmidt, pretty good quarterback most of the time, but that one just pretty much uncatchable, so it's going to be 3rd and long now for Smoky Valley. Yeah, from this side over to the get, just 22 seconds. Shot, still looking down the field. He's got a receiver, Lambert, and it's under the punt, but Lambert was there, but the defender Stewart cut right in front of him and intercepted the ball about the 10-yard line. So the Vikings turn it over on the INT and stop the Viking drive. It's basically a 3-and-out for Smoky Valley. And that is where the Nickerson Panthers will take over 1st and 10. They'll call it the 11-yard line. So at the 11 to start this drive. Schrog under center. And hand it off to the guy up the middle, and he's going to get nowhere. Boy, the Viking defense is really keying on the fullback Kuntz, their leading ground gainer. And they're going to make sure that he isn't going... They're going to make sure that he isn't going to be the one that gouges them for yardage, and that is the final play of the first quarter. First quarter's in the book. 8-0 Vikings. Back for quarter number 2 right after.
Bethany College Cafeteria to hear from all the sweet. Purchase custom edged glassdecorators.com so for auto collision needs. 331 for fast fuel delivery when and where you need it most. Go Vikings and go Swedes.
As we Kuntz has for them.
He's only got 14 on 5 carries.
Yeah, 14 yards on 5 carries. A guy that averages well over 100 yards a game, almost 1,200 yards for the. Well, hopefully this time to Kuntz trying the right side. This time he's got some open, given out of bounds and runs it for 50 yards.
From the 12
across the 40.
To the 34.
16 and a lot. Yeah, 40, 38, almost 60 yards. So 1st and 10, Nickerson on the counter, and that great play that time by the Vikings, waiting for him as he gets off from making that tackle. Is number 75 in there, Kane Wing. So Kane Wing makes a big play in the middle from his defensive tackle position. It's Elliott, Demott, Wing, and Adams, the front 4. Corner coming up the middle and tackled in the backfield. That's Betty Butt, the quarterback. He hasn't called his own number hardly at all. That's only his 2nd or 3rd carry. The quarterback went off to the side to get the play from the coach in person and not any signal. So it's 3rd down, and they're going to give him about 3 on that carry. 3rd down and 8 for Nickerson. 10:25 to go, 2nd quarter now. Viking tossed to Kuntz on scrimmage, and there was no way Mr. Kuntz was going any farther than that. So 4th down and long is probably 4-down territory. Nickerson wouldn't gain more than a few yards by punting, so they're going to go for it. Schrog under center. Kuntz the fullback, the 2 flankers, and a wide receiver to the near side. In motion, there's that double run flex again. Pass me down and caught. Great catch by Stewart. It's 1st down yardage, but there was motion in the backfield again. Why are they getting it that they're taking off unless it's completed all the way down to the 15-yard line? Tim Lambert was in coverage on Stewart. Stewart just intercepted a ball a little bit ago, and now he's got 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line for the Nickerson Panthers at the 9:19 mark. Not only did he catch one on defense, now he's caught one on offense for the Nickerson Panthers. In motion again. Quarterback hands it off to Kuntz. He's going nowhere. He's going to get a yard maybe on the play. 2nd down and 9. Great effort by en masse, the whole defensive front that time. Getting up off the bottom of the pile is Skylar DeMott. Kane Wing again coming right up the middle. And they stopped that big offensive lineman you announced when they did their starting lineups. Number 70, 348-pounder, plays their right guard. But Skylar DeMott right over the top of him has been doing a great job. Look like motion again. There's ball's loose. The Vikings have it. Ball came loose. Vikings have it, and they do. They got the signal from the at the 14-yard line. And Nickerson, after a big pass play, 2 big pass plays in that drive, fumble at the Vikings. 1st and 10, Smoky Valley. Heitschmidt under center. Wishbone formation behind him. Snap and hand it off to Kyle Anderson trying to get outside. He's got some running room. He's across the 25-30 and up to near the 35-yard line. So a big burst by Kyle Anderson all the way to the 35-yard line. That'll pick up 21 yards if my math is right.
Yeah, I think we had the same teacher.
I think we probably did. Mrs. Hermanson, right?
Oh, no.
No.
I was thinking in high school.
Oh, high school math, yeah.
Mr. Dick.
Gladwin Dick, you betcha. Well, we probably had the same 4th grade teacher in Mrs. Hermanson. Why did I think Mrs. Hermanson was a math teacher? I don't know.
I don't know.
Here comes Riley Odell bursting through. Finally brought him down after they went sideways. They'll give him the 39-yard line, so it's going to Smoky Valley. Good hard running by junior Riley Odell. Again, holding that ball, 2 hands around the ball at all times. And the Vikings, 18-yard line. Long play count by Heitschmidt. Riley Odell busting through, and he's got about another 4 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 2 at the 48-yard line. So another 4 yards. 4-yard push, a 4-yard push, and if they get to the 45-yard line, they'll have a 1st down. Lambert and Schrog coming in to trade off some of the other backs. Now Court Elliott coming out. That means they'll probably go to I formation. Schrog and Lambert both hand out. He's getting more across mid. Nickerson Panthers got tangling holding. We'll see what they on that play. And 2, it's going to be 3rd down and the spot of the foul. So it's going to be 3rd down and 13 for Smoky Valley. Penalties have hurt both teams. How many penalties have we had?
We've just had 2. They've had 3.
Well, not such a bad number. They've come at inopportune times for both teams. 6:36 left to go and counting. Now down to 6:30. Vikings still on top 8-0 here at home against the Nickerson Panthers. Lambert, the receiver, wide to the far side. Zach Abel wide to the near side. To the feet of Russ. Look like they're going to have to let the official steal and through it, pressure him. Skylar DeMott back to punt the ball away. It's a bad snap and nobody coming in. High wobbly kick's going to be bounced, and it's going to take a Smoky Valley bounce. And Zion Thomas picks it up about the 23-yard line. That probably would have bounced a little more, but they're going to say he touched it at the 24, but that's a great punt for Skylar DeMott. 2 Nickerson receivers there let the ball bounce between them, and it took a Smoky Valley bounce about another 10 or 12 yards. Those don't do anything, and after Nickerson starts at the 24. Clock says 6:04 remaining, halfway into the far side there, and that's exactly what they've been doing all night long. Shaw going to try to throw it. Now he's going to tuck it and run. He's going to get wrapped up and taken down about the 33-yard line. But that's what they've been doing all night long, is they put a man in motion so nobody else can move, and then they've been moving. The flanker on each side has been moving each time. So that's 2 of those penalties. I guess that's what's making me think about so many penalties, because they should have called.
Yeah, they haven't called all of them.
They haven't called the ones they should have. So another 5-yard walk-off against Nickerson. Back to the 19-yard line now. First down and 15. 5:55 to go in the second quarter, and the Vikings on top, 8-0. They took the opening drive after a great reception on the punt return by Zach Abel and took it in 39 yards for the score. It's the only score that's on the board so far. In motion again. Toss to Kuntz, the running back. He's trying the right side. He's got some room. He's still on his feet and tackled about the 32-yard line. So he gets back the penalty yardage and more. Gets it all the way up to the 32-yard line for second down and 2. So what a great run by Kuntz that time. After talking about how much they kept him, another 13. Going to keep it himself. He's got first down yardage and more across the 40. He's going to get 10 yards on that play, nearly. And gets up across ends just a little bit. They'll spot that one at the 42. Back to back. Has got him at the 11-yard line. And again, it looks like Nickerson covered it this time. The ball loose again. So they've fumbled. They put it down on the ground twice. Vikings recovered the last one. No, they put it on the ground 3 times. That's their 3rd fumble.
Well, last week they had 2 fumbles and lost both of them. The big thing, I was hoping that we'd get maybe some more of the same from last week. They had, it was 112 yards with 13 penalties.
Yeah, they had a lot of penalties last week.
I wonder if that was all emotion.
I'm sure it was. They are doing that for sure. Here's Kuntz. He gets dragged down and stops. Fumble yardage back and get back to the stick of the first down, but it's going to be back as going over a play from coach and the offensive coordinator over there. He's a big boy. What did you say he was? 6'3"? 6'3". Went out on the field to talk to Coach Vernon before the game, and he's way taller than I am. So 3rd and 10 for Nickerson. In motion again to the side. Fullback's got the ball running up the middle. He's going to be wrapped up and tackled for a gain of about a yard on the play. So a yard gain on the play by Kuntz. And it looks like Nickerson is going to punt the ball away. And they will cable back about the 30-yard line for Smoky Valley. 2:50 and counting. So they did something to run some clock off and not let the Vikings have a long sustained drive here. High spiraling kick, pretty short. Zach Abel's going to let it bounce, and it takes a Nickerson bounce, but they pick it up right near the 20-yard line. So that's where the Vikings will have it, 80 yards from pay dirt, to see if they can put another score on the board before halftime. They lead it 8-0. And after that first drive, it's been a pretty quiet scoring-wise, but it's certainly been an entertaining football game. Both teams have played well, had some big plays, and the Vikings are on top 8-0. Winner will play the winner of Pratt the road either way, but we'll be playing, or whoever wins will be playing the winner of Pratt and Colby. Going to be wrapped up. Nickerson, one of their linebackers, but he gets about 6 yards on the carry. Second down and 4. .2:10 remaining. Second quarter action. Wishbone formation behind Heitschmidt. Vikings leading by the score of 8-0. Looking for more. Here comes Riley Odell. No, tripped up in yard line. That should be
close.
Should be first down yardage. Spotted right at the 31. Mr. Perry Warden will come over and take a look, and he says, I don't need a measure. First down. A nice turf field. There's no question about where the lineup is. And they take a first down, but the clock continues to run. A minute. Schmidt looking in the flat. Going to take it, and Lambert in and out of the hands of Tim Lambert. With a defender right on top of him, Austin England. He was right there. Tim Lambert had nowhere to go on that one. That stops the clock with 1:40 to go. So second down and 10. Now, is the glass half full or the glass half empty? You want the clock to run so you can not have to worry about giving them the ball back, or do you need the clock to stop so you can keep your offense alive? We'll see what the Vikings do on this down. Second down and 10. Abel wide to the far side. Flanker on this side. He's got some room. He's got across. He's got first down yardage and more across the 45 near midfield. And he's driven out of bounds about the 45-yard line. No penalty flags. 15, 20, about 21 yards, I think. First and 10, Smoky Valley at the 44-yard line. So that makes the clock now a factor. The Vikings have all 3 timeouts remaining. 2 receivers near side. No, 3 receivers now near side. Shotgun formation for Heitschmidt. Going to roll to the near side, still rolling, looking down the middle. Across the middle, no, he's still going to tuck it and run. Now he's going to throw it down and out of bounds. And there's a penalty flag. Intentional grounding, Smoky Valley. So he get called for intentional grounding.
Well, he did throw that clear over to the track.
Threw it over to the track, but in college and in pro, as long as it goes past the line of scrimmage, it doesn't matter. But well, that now, boys, that doesn't go from where he threw it. They're gonna. That's incorrect on the assessment there. It's a 5-yard penalty. It's also loss of down, but it's not from where the quarterback was. It's from the original line of scrimmage. So the Vikings got penalized a couple of extra yards on that play. Minute 23 left to go, first quarter. I formation with the receiver Schrog on this side, on Thomas the flanker on the far side. Long play count, now handoff to Kyle Anderson, trying to get outside, trying to find a seam. He gets a couple of yards up to the 40. Now if they don't make it on third down, punt it away. Don't want to give Nickerson any chances on their side. Lambert, the wide receiver. Heitschmidt's going to call his own number, and he's going to get to the 44-yard line, so it's going to be 4th down and 10. Let's see if Coach Vernon from the other side is going to call timeout, and he's going to be content not to call a timeout. So 4th down and 10. And the Vikings do not have to snap the ball, so they're going to be able to run the quarter out without snapping the ball. And the half looks like it will end with the Vikings up 8-0. They aren't even last play. And that is it. The Vikings end the quarter. They have the lead 8-0. We'll be back to wrap up this half for you after this timeout.
As a parent, you know life's not childproof. That's why you want only the best health care for your kids. At Salina Pediatric Care, we will put your mind at ease. Our board-certified pediatricians provide exceptional care for infants, children, and adolescents. And physicians at Salina Pediatric Care are also certified in specialized areas of care, including endocrinology, sports medicine, and even behavioral disorders. We maintain a stock of visits, and our walk-in clinic is available Monday through Friday with no appointment needed for existing patients. All our physicians are now welcoming pediatric care at 825-CARE to schedule an appointment. That's 825-2273. Or check our website at salinapediatriccare.com for more info. Let Salina Pediatric Care put your mind at ease.
This broadcast is brought to you.
Stevenson Construction, Tischler Fine Woodworking. The Wildfires are Captain Caitlin Alton, Shelby Hampson, Haley Herman, Tanya Hughes, Emily Rhodes, Danny Rogers, Heather Schreiner, Peyton Stevenson, Brittany Smith, Taylor Barnes, and Carissa Kindlesbarger.
went 3 and out. And then the Vikings were driving and threw an interception to Nickerson. Stewart picked off the ball and stopped that drive. They, on the ensuing drive, then got a couple of big pass plays, got down into the Viking red zone, but they turned the ball, giving the ball to the other team, or both defenses, whichever you want to take. Is the glass half full or the glass half empty? They decided the defenses wanted to step it up and take the ball away, and they both got rewarded. And both teams tried late drives, but to no avail. And our halftime score is 8-0. Other games going on around Class 4A. The winner of our game will compete against the winner of Pratt and Colby. I've been looking for some scores online. I haven't found any yet. Also in the bottom is hosting Scott. And Clay Center is on the road at Wichita Collegiate. The other part of the bracket of 4A division playing Ballard, and Topeka Hayden playing Osawatomie. What do you got for some stats, Daryl?
Well, for the Vikings, there was 104 yards on 17 carries, 16 total, 8 for 76. It was 1 of 5 on passing. Abel caught the 1 for 12 yards. There was also 1 interception. We had 4 first downs, 22 yards in penalties. Nickerson had 82 yards on 20 carries, 2 for 3 in passing for 39 for 121 total yards, 11 for Isley, 1 for -5. They were 2 of 5 in passing. Stewart 1 for 17, Isley 1 for 22. They had 1 fumble.
Hawkins, number 1 back, Anderson for 76 yards. So I guess it's a good thing the Vikings finished their first drive, because both teams were driving and turned the ball over, and both teams have played, their defenses have played well, but the Vikings have just put the ball in the end zone in that first drive, and all that momentum from that, and it's held up so far.
Yeah, so far that's good. They need to come out and get a little fire going again, but they need to find a way to stop Coons. He's, their big runner, and hopefully they won't get any more, let alone some touchdowns.
740-some yards as carries. He knows how to get to the end zone, and
he's at 16 touchdowns for the year.
So he's averaged more than 2 per game, or right at 2 per game. So he knows how to get, but so does Kyle Anderson. So the Vikings are going to continue to run the ball. That's their strength, and they really haven't been stopped running the ball. It's just when they've tried some of those passes and they've been unsuccessful, other than a couple of passes by Heitschmidt. But Zach Abel making that one great catch. He was well covered on that one catch. But other than that, he's really hasn't thrown the ball as well as he has earlier in the year. So Coach Lambert, in his pregame interview that Daryl and I don't get to hear, I interviewed him. He just said, we're very capable of playing a lot better than we have. So score 8-0. They would like to be ahead at halftime, and they just have to build on that.
Start of the second half, so hopefully we can just take it and march down the field and get a good sizable lead and play tough defense and finish this off.
No question about that. Again, Bethany men's basketball also going on tonight. They were down at halftime to Johnson and Wales, 36-31. I did see that score. We'll take our first time out. We come back. We'll look for some more high school scores. See how McPherson and Andale were tied up 8-8 at the end of one quarter. We'll see what we can find for more scores. You're listening to Smoky Valley Football. The Vikings are ahead at halftime, 8-0. Back right after this.
This Rocking In Media production is brought to you in part by Lindsborg Community Hospital and Family Health Care Clinic, supporting concussion safety and impact testing for all athletes who call the Smoky Valley home. First Bank Kansas, your friendly hometown bank with locations in Lindsborg, McPherson, and Salina. Member FDIC and Phelps Seed. Backing the Swedes with Pioneer. Science with service, delivering success. Call Aaron at 493-2418 or Brandon at 212-0093. Go Swedes.
Back to school time, and Overhead Door knows you have a lot on your mind. Did the kids remember them? Let Overhead Door eliminate the worry and confusion with a keyless entry for your garage. This month, Overhead Door Company is offering 50% off a worry-free keyless entry system with the purchase of an installed operator. Overhead Door Company of North Central Kansas in Salina and McPherson. Online at odcnck.com.
This program is brought to you in part by Farley's Bar and Grill, your game day headquarters for the Smoky Valley Vikings and Bethany Swedes. Downtown at the corner of Lincoln and Main. The Berger Sanzane Memorial Gallery, cultivating the arts in the Smoky Valley since 1957. Visit them online at sanzane.org. Auburn Pharmacy, your hometown Lindsborg pharmacy, proudly supporting the Smoky Valley Vikings and Bethany Swedes. And for the Smoky Valley Vikings and Bethany Swedes this season. Member FDIC. The Bank of Tesket proudly supports the Smoky Valley Vikings and Bethany Swedes. With locations in Salina, Lindsborg, Lincoln, and Tesket, the Bank of Tesket is always there for your convenience. Whether it's personal banking, business banking, refinancing, or taking out a new loan, come see why the Bank of Tesket is rated 5 stars by Bauer Financial. The Bank of Tesket. Generations of confidence, relationships for life. Member FDIC. Go Vikings and go Swedes.
We're the Bank of Tesket.
And welcome back. Don Bingson along with Daryl Johnson. And we've got Jared Bass working the controls for us once again as the Vikings have an 8-0 lead. Checking some other scores. Bueller is ahead of Abilene by the score of 31-0. We have Smith Center over Mound Ridge 49-0. We have Collegiate over Clay Center 14-7. And I haven't been able to pick up a late score. It was 8-8. McPherson. Now it's Pups lead Andale 15-8 with 2 minutes left before halftime. So that is what else is going on along the way. And we want to again congratulate the Vikings cross country team, a second place team finish in Wamego. Calvin Shannon unable to win. He ended up taking third. But the Vikings' other two medalists were Logan Winholtz, 14th, and Josh Peterson, 18th. Other Vikings, Zach Lott, 26th, Carter Couchman, 51st, and Isaac Peterson, 62nd, and Austin Lesfield, 76th. It all added up for a Vikings second-place finish at Wamego in cross-country. So a very good finish for the Vikings, and they'll be looking to rebound, and they got a couple of seniors on that team, but they still got some underclassmen that'll be come back and competing in that again next year. So we wish the best of luck and want to congratulate them for their second place finish. Here at halftime, it's 8-0 in favor of the Vikings, and we updated you with those scores. So we'll take another timeout. We come back. We'll see if we can have some more scores for you. Vikings leading 8-0 back right after this.
Now, when you or a loved one has a sudden illness or injury that requires immediate attention, Salina Regional's Urgent Care Clinic lets you skip the wait time in the lobby by using our online check-in tool. Your health care is important, and so is your time. Now you can check wait times or reserve your appointment right from the convenience of your own home. To schedule, go to salinaurgentcare.com. Choose the time you'd like to come in, and we'll hold your spot. It's that easy. Our new urgent care clinic is state-of-the-art with experienced medical professionals and all the technology you expect from your hometown healthcare resource. And now, with the convenience of online check-in. We're open every day, 8 to 8, 2265 South 9th Street, right by Central Mall. Call 785-452-6000 or visit salinaurgentcare.com. Salina Regional Urgent Care Clinic. Whether you schedule online or just walk in, when you need us, we'll be ready.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Salina Regional Orthopedic Clinic. Comprehensive orthopedic care. All you need to keep moving forward. By Salina Regional Urgent Care Clinic. Skip the wait with online check-in. SalinaUrgentCare.com. By Salina Pediatric Care. Putting parents at ease. Because we all know life isn't childproof. And by Salina Regional Imaging and Diagnostics. Because the right treatments always start with an accurate diagnosis.
Wake up feeling puny? Can't stand up straight? Does your toddler have a croupy cough? Don't worry. The Family Health Care Clinic at Lindsborg Community Hospital now has walk-in sick clinic hours. Every Monday through Friday from 8 to 10 a.m., you can be seen without an appointment for what ails you. This service available only to established patients of the Family Health Care Clinic. For more information, visit lindsborghospital.org. That's lindsborghospital.org.
welcome back to Anderson Stadium, Lindstrom Brothers Field, where the Vikings have a 8-0 lead at halftime, and again, some other scores around the area. Collegiate and Clay Center are 14-7. Collegiate's ahead of Clay Center. McPherson is up on Andale just before the half, 15-8. Smith Center and Mound Ridge, that game's already a final. It's 52-8 was the final. And Buehler all over Abilene. Buehler 34, Abilene 0 at halftime. So that is a few scores. And again, on the scoreboard, a little bit behind on the stat line as the Nickerson ended up with 121 total yards, mostly because they got more passing yards than the Vikings did. Vikings ended up with 116 total yards on 17 plays. Pretty even on number of plays, 17 for the Vikings. Well, that's rushes, 17 rushes for 104 yards. And how many times did we pass? We only completed one, but we passed for
5 times.
5 times.
Completed 2.
Okay.
But one of them was to the other team.
Yeah, to the other team. That's exactly right. So very close on total yards, and again, the Vikings getting a couple of breaks on the ball, like Darrell said, to the interception, so they intercepted the Vikings. Nickerson did, so that is where we are at.
Well, you say we're a little behind on the stat line, but the line that counts.
Oh, absolutely. That's the scoreboard.
The scoreboard.
8-0 is where the Vikings are. I was looking for. I was hoping to get an update on that score for our league. And again, Coach Doug Snyder, who's been helping me, said anybody thinking a long-term late night in the Valley will be November 18th, starting at 5:30. It's always a fun night of entertainment with some of the dads playing against some of the players, things. We even give away a night to join us on the behind the microphone. So we've had some. You can put your ticket in for a night to join us from the sideline there. So
become a radio personality.
A radio personality, yeah, absolutely, as a personality. As the Vikings will get the kickoff to open up the second half. I assume they will anyway. I don't know that they will. 16 seconds left. Again, thanking the sponsors that help us out each and every week. Gallant Tire and Auto, Dower Welding, Lindsberg Family Dental, Phoenix Restoration, Mari and Darrell Loader, Smoky Valley Chiropractic, Scott's, Viking Auto, Aflac, Art Shirt, and Harry Malari's, a new twist. And we hope we continue on with next week and on the road. Either we hope it's not Colby. We hope we can win this game, and we hope we can go to Pratt. But I don't know, a little closer to go to Pratt than to Colby. At least we've been to Pratt a few times. We haven't been to a football game at Pratt, I don't think, have we?
Basketball, I think, but
basketball,
not football.
Yeah, not football. So we've been to Colby before. I've been to a football game at Colby, but we haven't been to a football game at Pratt. So hopefully we will there. And another ironic coaching thing would be that if we end up playing Pratt, if we end up winning and end up playing Pratt, another Bethany alum, Jamie Cruz, is the head coach at Pratt Greenback. So that's always a little extra incentive to have. I don't know who the kicker is. Looks like it's going to be number 22. Zion Thomas and Zach Abel deep for the Vikings back about the 15-yard line. So this is their first kick by
Trevor Frederick, a junior.
So we're ready to go. The Vikings can enjoy a second half and come away with a victory first round of the playoffs. And we are ready for second half action. It's a short kick up in the air. Zion Thomas picks it about the 25-30, trying to get up the middle, and he's wrapped up. Long tackle there by the Nickerson Panthers. They wrapped him up about the 30-yard line. That's where they spot the ball, but they finally ended up tackling him back about the 25 or 24, so they threw him back quite a ways, and they didn't like, the home crowd didn't like that, but that's where the Vikings will have it. 1st and 10 on their first possession at the 30-yard line. See what they can do with it. Opening drive, I formation behind Brett Heitschmidt, Anderson and Odell. Looks like Anderson's going to get the carry, going to try near side, now cut it back toward the middle. He's going to get tackled about the carry. So second down and a long 4. Just underway, third quarter. Vikings lead it 8-0, looking to put a nice drive together and see if they can put points on the. Hand it off to Odell, busting through the middle, and the ball come loose. Odell fumbles it away. Second play. The Vikings turn it over on the fumble. And now the defense will definitely have to come up big. They get the ball starting from the 37-yard line. So now this time they get the short field. After the Vikings turn it over, flexbone formation, still the way they go. O'Toole in motion. It's a pitch to O'Toole, trying to get around the outside. He's got some running room. He's got first down yardage and more, and bumps out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So a nice pickup on the play of about 17. No, not quite. Yeah, 17 yards. Is that what that was? Down to the 25-yard line. 12-yard gain. 12. So that was 5 yards off on that one. Now the big boy has come over to get it back. Duckett gets it. So back-to-back fumbles on this. Dropped it. I think he was handing it off, but both teams turned it. Ironic as that.
Yeah, it's one of the big things the coach wants the players to do is take care of the ball.
Now handoff to Riley Odell. Big pickup up to the 33-yard line of 5. Second down and 5 for the Vikings. Well, this time they start on the 27-yard line. Kind of ironic. Two receivers to the near side, Abel and Lambert. Heitschmidt under center with I formation behind him. Again, Riley still running at the 45, still running at midfield, and across midfield down to the 49-yard line. That was kind of like like you sneak into somebody and it is backed up 5 yards. 20 of 2 sideways. Valley. Teams have had 2 plays to the 44-yard line. Well, it's going to be 3rd down and 6 for the Vikings. They got to get to the 38. They need 6 yards. A couple of good plays defensively by Nickerson in there. Court Elliott and Dalton Klein in for the Vikings. They'll go wishbone formation this time with 3rd down and long. Long play count by Heitschmidt. Turns and hands it off to Anderson, trying the left side. He's got first down yardage and more. And he's ripped down about the 32-yard line. That went from the 44 down to the 32. And that's where the Vikings have it. That was student body left on that one. And Kyle was a patient runner, waiting for the blocks to develop, get off in time. And they had to be momentum. Will step aside as well. 8:37 left to go, third quarter. Vikings 8, Nickerson 0. Back right after this.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Don Bankston and Farm Bureau Financial Services. Good luck, Vikings and Swedes, in all your games this year. Boyd Accounting, wishing the best of luck to the Smoky Valley Vikings and Bethany Swedes. Overhead Door Company of North Central Kansas, offering free estimates. Call them today in Salina or McPherson, or visit them online at odcnck.com. And the Rolander Agency, your Lindsborg Realtor, online at rolanderonline.com. Thank you for supporting Lindsborg Athletics.
Welcome back to Anderson Stadium, Lindstrom Brothers Field here. The Vikings and the Nickerson Panthers hooked up in a quarterfinal match. Winner goes and Colby. There is a scenario in which win, depending on who loses. Brett Heitschmidt's going to take this and call his own number, and he'll hold over the top of the tackler. So he got a favorable spot on that roll up to down to the 28-yard line. So he picks up 4, second down and 6. Vikings on top 8-0, looking for more. This drive started back at the 27-yard line. A couple of big runs, one by Riley Odell and one by Kyle Anderson, have the Vikings momentum on their side. Lambert, the wide receiver, to the far side. Abel wide to the near side. Hand it off to Odell, coming turning. Across the 25, going to be 3rd down and 1. Odell. Somebody got on his back and they couldn't bring him down. Riley was just got Yardage to make it third and short. Line 7:32 to go, and Riley Odell again. Riley yards. Makes it in the red zone. First down and 10 at the 19-yard line. Red zone. Vikings like to get there. Zion Thomas, the flanker. Behind the tight end, Jacob Adams. Abel, the wide receiver, to the far side. Here comes Kyle Anderson trying to get room, and he's going to be wrapped up. Big number 58 falling on top of hit. Hunter Burnson, 245-pound defensive tackle. Tackled Kyle Anderson for a gain of a long one, short two. On the wishbone formation this time. Heitschmidt looking over the defense. Calls. Met with a full head of 45 coming from his linebacker spot. That was a sudden change there. Chandler Eaton. He's a sophomore, 6 foot 173, and he met Kyle Anderson with a force that Kyle hasn't been met with very many times, and that is he lost a couple of yards. The gain that he made on the first down, he got lost on the second down, so it's third down and 10 now with 5:55 to go. Schrog wide to the far side. Horsberg is the tight end on the near side. Third down and 10. Heitschmidt rolling, still rolling, and throw it out in the flat. It's going to be picked off again. Another pick by Nickerson. Picking it is number 40. I think it's number 45, or is it 5, England? But any red zone, but on third and long, they go to the air, and they've completed more passes to the other team now than their own team. Darn it, anyway. Far side, toss to the far side. Kuntz, first down yardage at the 20-yard line. It looks like he'll be a yard short, so it's going to be second down and 9. So the Vikings have certainly let Nickerson off the hook a couple of times with 2 interceptions. They still lead on the scoreboard. Schrog under center, backing up the pass, looking down the middle. They'll gain 4 yards, but they'll move the chains. First and 10, Nickerson. And just like they did last time when they got the ball on the 11-yard line. They drove it for a while. They completed a long pass, and they fumbled the ball.
Time for a fumble.
Early drive, so we'll see what happens on this one. The Vikings have started this second half with 2 turnovers, and O'Toole was caught in the backfield. He's run through 2, and he got loose and got across the 30-yard line. He gained about 6 yards right at the 30-yard line. So a gain is 6. But Beck Elliott not missing very many tackles. Beck Elliott doesn't miss very many, but he wasn't able to complete that tackle. And it ended up with a 6-yard gain for Nickerson. Second down and 4. Ball at the 30-yard line of Nickerson. Fullback running through. He's got yardage. Kuntz has got yardage right at the marker for the first down. We'll see where from the yard right. First down, and it is. So 11-yard line. Or can make him turn it over on downs before that happens. Flex bone formation. The fullback is so close to the running back. Here comes O'Toole trying the right side, and he's going to get yardage across the 40, 45 midfield, trying to outrun Schrog, and Schrog runs him out of bounds at the 40-yard line. So he'll take that one 26 yards. Well, another big play by Nickerson. They got the corner. Couldn't get the corner held, and they got the corner, and O'Toole races it downfield to the 40-yard line of the Vikings for a first down. Vikings still lead in the game 8-0. Even if Nickerson scores, they have to get the 2-point conversion. But we hope the Vikings can keep them out of the end zone. Flex bone formation. Now the receiver finally goes to the far side. In motion, the man to the top of the set. Schrog himself has it. Riley Odell says, "You're not going anywhere that time, Mr. Schrog. I'm taking you down behind the line of scrimmage." So it's a yard loss on the play, back to the 41-yard line. Second down and 11 for the Nickerson Panthers. Great effort by Riley Odell. He shoots that gap so well when he's got Got the lineup there. As they come around the quarterback, he keeps it. Vikings have him on their radar. Schrog under center. Blitzing coming in. Schrog and back to pass. He gets hit as he throws it. The ball caught. Touchdown, Nickerson. What a pass. Stewart was able to quiet this crowd at the 2:51 1 yard, or 89. They're going to go for 2 now. And a late entry coming back into the play. It's a right goal. O'Toole trying to get outside, and good. The 2-point conversion is good by O'Toole. Run. And at the 2:51 mark of the third quarter, the score is 8-8. We'll be back with the ensuing kickoff right after this.
Bethany Home in Lindsborg provides comfort, security, and enrichment for the senior in your life. Personalized bedrooms, private or open gathering areas, and restaurant-style dining offer our residents a comfortable setting that truly feels like home. Professional, trained staff members offer the personal attention and care your loved one deserves. Multiple activities, outings, and events present many opportunities. Bethany Home also provides professional nurses and therapy for rehabilitation and skilled services following a hospital stay. Call Bethany Home today, 334, and let our family take care of your family.
And welcome back as Frederick gets ready to kick off. The ball, he comes over and gives a line of high five. It's kind of interesting.
Well, he had talked to the coach shortly before he came out, so whether they're going to attempt an onside or
the Vikings, they must
something else.
They must do that once in a while because the Vikings are up here looking for it. They've got to go out of bounds. He picked it up about the 15, trying to get up the sideline. Yet gets up to the 20-yard line. If he'd dared to let it go a little bit longer, he would have gone out of bounds, I believe. It looked like it was tending that way anyway. The Vikings will have it. 1st and 10.
So they're marking at the 21-yard
line. 8-8 now our score after Nickerson puts the ball in the hands of their quarterback, and he makes sure that he completes it to Stewart. And they got a big catch for a first down and a score. Here comes Kyle Anderson trying the right side. Now he's going to kick it back up the middle, and he's going to roll forward up to near the 30-yard line. But they're going to say touchdown about the 27, so it's going to be a pickup of 6. 2nd down and 4 for Smoky Valley. They must put a drive together and must score. Well, not must score, but they certainly would like to score. 2:15 and 8-8 our score. Here comes Kyle Anderson again trying the left side. Here comes a long flag from the push back. Nickerson saying they've got the ball. I don't know that I saw the ball come out, but there is a penalty flag on the field. The official on the far side listed forward progress up to the 30-yard line. Still haven't signaled what's going on yet. Holding Vikings. So holding on the Vikings. That'll back them up a little bit. The flag came out. See where they take the flag from. They're going to take it from right here. Well, they're going to penalize the Vikings pretty hardly. They're going to take it from the 26-yard line. They'll go back to the 16-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd down and about 14 yards now. The Vikings have to overcome another penalty. They're not having a lot of them, but they're just coming at inopportune times. Substitutions in. Court Elliott out. Schrog, the wide receiver, near side. I formation behind Heitschmidt. Vikings facing 2nd down and 14. Heitschmidt rolling out to the near side, still rolling. Overthrows his intended receiver. Riley Odell had a defender near him, but he would have been able to pick up quite a bit of yardage there. So After so many games that Brett Heichman has thrown the ball so well, he's just off a little bit tonight. He just hasn't been able to complete those kind of what you'd call routine, easy passes. But, of course, you see guys in Iowa State throwing the ball against K-State last week up at Ames, Iowa. All their quarterback had to do was throw it about 10 yards from point A to point B with nobody in between, and he overthrew it. So it happens to everybody. Shotgun formation this time for Heichman. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Rolling back, it looks like he's going to try to throw a screen, and he does. Odell catches it right in the middle, but it only gets up to near the 20-yard line. Now the Vikings are going to have to punt the ball away. Heichman got hit after he threw the ball, but no flag came out, so it wasn't a late hit. And the Vikings, after getting the ball back, get a 3-and-out, and they are certainly searching for some answers right now. They've got to get a stop on defense here. Over at Hahn Gymnasium, Bethany men leading 63-60 with 6 minutes left to go in that game. High wobbly kick. Going to be taken back about the 45-yard line by England. He's across midfield there. He's wrapped up. There's going to be a block in the back. I'm thinking that's usually what that is. That Zion Thomas got... No, not Zion Thomas. That's Weber. Number 39, not 19. Brandon Braden. At the 40, Nickerson.
Yep, now the defense needs to get tough.
Now they've got to get tough. They can't let this Nickerson Panther. And that's what that last pass play, Schrog was under pressure. He got hit as he threw the ball, but he still was able to. Now a stoppage of play by the man with the white hat on. A little issue with the chain gang over there, the chain crew. Something's happening with the sticks over there. Trying to check some more scores for you. Smith Center and Mound Ridge was a final 52-6. Junction City over Hutch 28-21. Andale scored but didn't get the 2-point conversion, and now it's 15-14. McPherson still ahead up in McPherson. That game up the road here in McPherson. Both teams are allowed to come to the sideline as they fix the chain gang over there. I guess that's what they're working on, isn't it?
Yep, there's a injury timeout for the chain gang. Chain came unhooked or what, but the one end of the 10-yard markers is on the ground, and they were working on it.
Trying to get it measured back. He's an interesting talk. He sees a lot of different things than you and I see out there as a coach and a recruiter. He likes to watch high school kids play. He was interested in watching how the game unfolded. Here the game is 8-8, but Nickerson's got the momentum on their side. They just ran or scored a touchdown on their last possession, and they get the ball back. Quarterback has it. Here's a pitch back in the backfield. It's good for some positive yardage. Across midfield is O'Toole, and he's finally wrapped up, but not before he gets across midfield down to the 47 or 48-yard line. O'Toole is very slow to get up. Still, but that stub play, a good pickup by O'Toole. But now Daryl Loader and the trainer for Nickerson looking over favored now to see if he can get Mr. O'Toole back up on there.
Helping him up now.
Get him. He must have got the wind knocked out of him as he's dirty it all, but it was Motor over on his own. Nickerson's got a good into Viking territory at the 48-yard line. Only 43 seconds left until the end of the quarter. The Vikings would certainly like to turn the page on this quarter. Schrog under center. Turns and hands it off to the wing coming in from the side and going strong side. He's going to be wrapped up for a yard or 2 gain on the play. 2nd down and 8, we'll call it. They will have to snap the ball one more time before the end of the quarter. No, they won't. Nope. Play ready for play is not even without him. So now 9, so he's going to pick up a lot of that yardage. He's going to get back inside the sticks. It'll be 2nd down and 8. So a 17-yard pickup, if my add is correct. I think it was first and 25. But the ball's at the 39-yard line. They got to get to the 47. Second down and 8. Vikings having to drop a lot of players in coverage, and Schrog had some room to run on the left side. Still flexbone formation, dropping back to pass all the way, now rolling out near side. Now he's going to tuck the ball and run. There's another flag. Schrog across midfield. He's going to be run out of bounds. He's still running. He's going to score, but the flag in the backfield is going to be holding Nickerson. So bring that one back. Bring that one back. I don't know what the Nickerson coaches are out on the field pleading their case about something, but another holding penalty in the backfield will result in a 10-yard penalty for Nickerson.
And if that goes from where the flag is
in the Vikings, so I don't see another flag anywhere, but there's another flag.
It was definitely the hold
penalty. So one's live play. They'll enforce that, and the other's dead ball, I guess. At least that's what he signaled. So I think in this case they'll have to administer both penalties. I think. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
It looks like they're going against the Vikes. Nope. Turned around.
Yeah, they'll administer the hold. That happened live. And they'll administer that one a 10-yard penalty. And when he gets there, then a dead ball, personal foul, Smoky Valley, and that'll be an automatic first down, I think. Maybe not. We'll see where they say. So they administer both penalties. And it's going to be third down now. It was second down and 8. Now it's second down and 6. Touchdown from happening. Schrog ran for a touchdown on that play. But I don't have any idea what the personal foul was. The Vikings need some toughening up here to do. Schrog under center with that flex bone, wide receiver each way. Ahead in motion. There's a tip and interception. Lane Schrog, the ball was tipped. The ball was tipped near midfield, and Lane Schrog made a diving catch. Caught the ball. The Vikings have it at the 41-yard line.
They needed that big time. Now they need to get the offense going. Hopefully they can fire up the line and blow some holes in that defensive line of Nickerson and get the ball down the field.
On a tipped ball, Schrog throws kind of a sidearm pass. He's not a really talented over-the-top thrower, but he gets a lot on it, and his intended receiver tipped the ball. And that Lane Schrog was right in the right spot at the right time. So Schrog comes up with the interception. Here comes Riley Odell, going right back to Riley Odell again. Picking up 4 yards on the carry, second down and 6. Vikings have plenty of time. Plenty of time to score. Not a factor in the ball game yet. But possession of the ball is. They got to take care of the ball.
Yes.
They cannot turn it over again. An interception and a fumble in this half so far by the Vikings have proved costly. Nickerson leads at 14-8. Long play count. Here comes Odell again, running up the middle. This time Odell getting pushed and pulled on, and finally still on his feet. They finally blow the whistle, but he only gains a yard, so it's third down and 5 now. Vikings have to get across midfield to the 49-yard line for a first down. They do not want to give the ball back to Nickerson until they score and have to get some yards gained right here. Third and 5. Schmidt under center, turns and hands it off to Anderson. Kyle Anderson's got first down yardage and more across the 40, down to the 35, down to the 30. Anderson, as he rumbles into Nickerson Panther territory at the 24-yard line. 26 yards and 6, is that 32? Is that what it was?
Yep.
7:03 remaining, a 32-yard run by Kyle Anderson. Again, talking about that line. They sealed off the outside edge, and Anderson first contact was made about the 48-yard line, and he ran through a couple of would-be tacklers and got big yardage. Riley gets up a little limping. 4-yard gain by Odell. Odell tying his shoe. Now he's back into the huddle. Double tight end with Klein and Jacob Adams. Wishbone handed off to Anderson again. Anderson rumbling down to the 15-yard line.
Close to a first down, but going to be just a tad short.
Just short of the first down yardage. They got to get to the 14. It's going to be third down and a long one, short 2. They put 2 yards to go on the scoreboard, but it looks more like a... Well, they didn't give them the 20-yard line. They are.
No.
It's a full 2 yards to go. Not a great spot by our opinion. Still wishbone formation with Elliott, Anderson, and Odell. Odell takes it in, and he's got first down yardage down to about the 18-yard line. So pick up a 3 when they needed 2. And Vikings move the chains into the red zone again. And now they got to take care of business. See if they can keep pushing this ball and get it in. 5:24 left to go. Fourth quarter. Vikings trail 14-8. A touchdown and a 2-point conversion obviously would give them the lead, but they got to get the touchdown first. Heitschmidt hands it off to Anderson. Anderson rumbling. Anderson still on his feet. A shoestring tackle by England. England saved the touchdown as Anderson was on his horse, and he just somehow twisted up his... I don't know how he stopped him. He was just reaching at the very last grasp. And now a player down for Nickerson. An injury on the field. He looks like he's either got a cramp or something wrong with his leg, but it looks like it's probably a cramp. Hopefully it is anyway. Both teams going over to their respective sidelines, and a break in the action here, but which is a bummer for the Vikings because they had momentum big time on their side, but you never want anybody to get injured, and now they're kind of looking at his ankle, so it doesn't look like a cramp, so hopefully we'll have some good news here in just a moment. Again, thanking our sponsors, Art Shirt, Harry Malari, Aflac, Viking Auto, Mari and Daryl Loader at Smoky Valley Chiropractic, Scott's, Lindbergh Family Dental, Phoenix Restoration, Gallant Tire and Auto, and Dower Welding, helping us with our portion of the broadcast. He's sitting up and looking at his leg, helping him taking a quick peek, and again, see if we can check some scores for you. Now he's going to get up on his own and help with that.
Limping a little on that left leg.
Abilene getting handled by Bueller 45-7. Woo. So the Cowboys still looking for that score for Pratt and Colby, is where the winner of this game will go. Mulvane 28, Augusta 0. And the timeout, both teams back on the field. Vikings have it second down and 3 to go at the 6-yard line. So they can get a first down before they get a touchdown. Wishbone formation again for Smoky Valley. Heitschmidt turn and hand it off to Odell, pounding it up the middle, and Odell is
first down anyway. Down to the 2, looks like.
Heitschmidt got hit in the backfield as he handed off that ball, and he is down on the turf. So Brett Heitschmidt down now for Smoky Valley. Back up, so he better take a couple of snaps because he's going to have to take at least one snap here because Heitschmidt will have to come out of the game. Again, the Vikings might be without their quarterback. Lane has got the snap there from one of the linemen, waiting to see if they'll hit. Quiet here on the home stands is starting quarterback Brett Heitschmidt down right now. This time it looks like we're going to be a little bit. So Jared, no, they were going to come up there real quick, but he's not going to as it speaks yet. Jared, let's take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Smoky Valley Football. Smoky Valley down 14-8, but driving back after this 30-second timeout.
Bethany College Swedes succeed. Bethany students lead lives of faith, learning, and service as they find their own pathways on Bethany's beautiful campus that's filled with opportunities to get involved with art, music, theater, athletics, service learning, sustainability, leadership, global citizenship, and more. Swedes succeed in their careers and their communities. Learn more at www.bethanylb.edu.
On the field there, all but down at Lane Schrog taking some snaps still from Grossland, the center, is Dale. And Dale now ahead of McPherson by the score of 20-15. So McPherson's been up 15-8 and then 15-14, but now they trail by the score of 15-20. So they're going to have to go, and or otherwise their season's going to come to an end. Now Heitschmidt slowly getting up. Man, he got Colcock somehow. He's able to come off on his own accord. Hopefully it's just the wind that got knocked out of him as well.
Yeah, whether it's the wind or he's seeing stars, I don't know.
I hope
they got his helmet off.
Yeah, I hope it's not seeing stars, because sometimes you have to go through that concussion protocol, and that would mean that he probably wouldn't be able to win, and hopefully we still will. Now the Vikings have it first and goal. First and goal at the 2-yard line with the new quarterback. Nickerson ran a new play with the new quarterback, and they got a penalty. And now a timeout. And Vikings didn't get the timeout called. Coach Lambert wanted a timeout. Nobody saw him on the officiating crew. They went ahead and ran the play, and they got a no gain on the play. Anderson taking it from the side and trying to get in there, but he was not able to. And it's now second down and goal. Forsberg on his way in with the play. Viking fans are trying to cheer their team on. Got to get them in the end zone. Schrog under center, turns and hands it off to Anderson. Anderson, touchdown. Good. Haven't signaled yet, now they finally do. Kyle Anderson takes it in from the 2-yard line. The 2-yard run, Anderson. And now the Vikings have
tied it up.
Tied the game up. My thought is that they're going to go for the 1-point extra point, but